Hello, this is question 8 on your paper 3, June 2022 from AQA. You have water is poured into an empty cone at this constant rate. So it's volume by time, yeah? Volume and time. So this is the change in volume with time. After t seconds, the depth of the water in the inverted cone is 8 centimeters. So this one. When the depth of the water in the inverted cone is h, the volume is given by this formula. We have to show that when t is 3, the change in volume with height is this value here. So we need to find dv by dh. So dv by dh. We have an expression of v in terms of h, so we just have to differentiate this expression. It's a polynomial, so I have pi divided by 12, and then this h to the power 3 goes the 3 to the front, and then h squared. So I have just differentiating that expression, pi 12, and then I differentiate h to the power 3, so I have 3h squared, which is pi h squared divided by 4. This is my expression, but my expression is in terms of h, and they give me a value of t to substitute. So I have to find a connection between t, h, and v. And I can find the volume when t is 3, because I know the range of change of the volume is 8 centimeters per second. So if 3 seconds has passed, and each second is 8 centimeters cubed, the volume when t is 3 is going to be 8 times 3. So the volume when t is 3 is just going to be 8 centimeters per second times 3 seconds. So it's 24 centimeters cubed. That's my volume. And this volume means that h, so I know the volume in terms of h is this one, so I can find h from here. So this means that h, so from here, h is going to be 12 times 24 divided by pi and root, cube root, yeah? So I can do it the next line. So this means that h is going to be cube root of 12 times 24 divided by pi, which is 288 divided by pi root cube root. Or you can write to the power of 1/3, yeah? It's up to you, you will see both ways. So now that I know h when t is 3, I can substitute in my volume, because the change of volume is in terms of h. So I'm going back here, so this is going to be, I go back here, and substitute h. So dv by dh, when h is that value that I just found, is pi times this value, 288 pi all the squared, and divide by 4. So I'm going to write the 4 here. Yeah, and it's just a matter of working with this expression, because now we have only numbers until it looks like it should look. So this thing here. So it's just working a bit with it. We have, so we can write, for example, pi quarters, and then cube root of, if I have this value squared, the square can go inside. So 288 squared divided by pi squared. And this is going to be equal to, I have pi only inside my expression, so this pi goes inside as pi cubed and cancel with this square. And the 4, I can actually put the 4 inside as well. So I can put the 4 inside as 4 to the power of 3. So I'm going to put the numbers inside, both of them. So I have 288 squared times pi cubed divided by 4 cubed and times pi squared. Yeah, so this pi cubed comes from here, this 4 to the power 3 comes from here. And then it's very easy to simplify. So this 3 with this is cancelled. And I have here 3, 6 to the power of 4, and just pi. yeah, 6 to the power 4. So when I divide just these two numbers, 288 squared by 64, I get 6 to the power of 4. And then the 6 can go outside, and I still have 1 6 inside, 6 pi. And that's the expression that I was looking for, yeah? So this one. So it's just a matter of finding v when t is 3, we have the value, and we have to substitute. It helps us to find h at that time, and that's the h that we substitute in the derivative. And then it's just play with our numbers until we have this expression here. If you try to do it with a calculator, you won't get anything meaningful. Yeah, you are going to get decimals, so you have to know how to work with cube roots, the numbers in and out and all that. Yeah. Then second part, it says, hence find the rate at which the depth is increasing when t is 3. The rate at which the depth, so h, is increasing. So we need to, every time they say the rate is the derivative in with respect to t, and we need to check the change in depth, which is h. So I'm looking for this one, but I don't know h in terms of time. So I know the volume, but not the h. So what I can use is the chain rule and say that this is dh by dv times by dv by dt. dv by dt, so the second one is given, is 8, and is constant all the time. So this is going to be 8. And so I know this one. And dh by dv is the reciprocal of dv by dh. And I know the value, even if I wasn't able to do part A, is given, so I can use it. So if this is dv by dh, remember that dh by dv is just the reciprocal. I can just do the reciprocal of this number. So this one is going to be the reciprocal of dv by dh. Yeah? So this is going to be equal to 1 over 6 cube root 6 pi, and then times 8. And you do that with the calculator because they ask to give the answer to 3 significant figures, so I don't have to, I can just do it straight away with the calculator. You get 0.501 and then a few zeros, and when you round to 3 significant figures, you can say that this is this value here, 3 significant figures. Yeah, and that's all with this